All right, guys, it's time to take a look at a Citizen Promaster Sky, and I'm going to kind of put it in a category of the Nighthawk. You guys are familiar with like the Nighthawk and the Navihawk. They're all very similar in case and overall appearance, and I think this one kind of jumps into that category as well. With a special place, in my opinion, this has got to be the coolest one. It's titanium, it's really light, has an excellent bracelet, has a quick adjust, no tools required on the clasp, and then it has a quick jump, easy to use quick jump for traveling through time zones, sapphire crystal, all of that good stuff. Now there are some other ones in the Navi and in the Nighthawk that also have the specs that I just said, but this one being like fully blacked out, wears like appears to wear smaller on wrist than say some of the stainless steel ones. Or even if they were titanium not black coated. And this is a really heavy duty scratch resistant, like Duratec or something like that is the coating name. So this watch was sent to me via Jeff McMahon. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description. So he bought it, had it sized, tried it out, and just didn't connect with it. I think he's just connecting more with automatic watches, you know, but when you have a ton of automatic watches, I feel like that is a good place to maybe potentially add some quartz watches into the collection, and you can still kind of connect with them, or at least coexist in your collection. At least that's how I feel. Let's get into the case size on this. So I measure the case at 43.8, so let's just say 43.5 millimeter. It's a wide case. The lug to lug is only 49.5, so it has a nice proportion. The thickness, about 13.9 for the thickness on this. And the lug width is a weird 23 millimeter, but it does taper down nicely to 18. And then you do have a milled center part of the clasp, and then the rest of it's all titanium, so I don't know if it's really, I guess it's pressed. So, but it just kind of double pushers and a simple fold over keeper there. And you'll notice these other little two pushers here. So this is where you can do your quick adjust. You just push both those down, not just one, you got to do both. And then you have, you know, probably like 8 millimeter or so of play there. So you can do an on-the-fly quick adjust for the fitment on your wrist. Very slick. All right, let's get into, I'm not going to cover details on this watch as far as the functions, because quite frankly, there was no manual with it, and I hate reading those anyway, but I will provide also in the description a link to the PDF file for online for the H610 movement that is in this. And there's some things that it does that I'll probably never use, but let's just take a quick look at some of the things that are kind of important for most of us on this watch. So right away, you're going to see my pointer finger. This indicator here in its normal timekeeping mode, this pointer keeper here, or this pointer is, the subdial is indicating that it is a full charge on your solar battery. So you can see it's like low and then all the way up to high. So it is fully charged on this guy. Okay, you have your two hands here for your hour and a minute. This is your chronograph hand. This is your running seconds down on this subdial. And then this is your 24-hour register. So you know that you're in the PM. Very simple, right? And then you have your slide rule here. So this crown here will operate your slide rule if you are so inclined to figure out calculations for your fuel and your aircraft, or maybe you just want to do some simple math to figure out a tip to leave for your host. There's videos on how to do that too. I found them, but I already forgot how to use them. Now, the other simple function is obviously chronograph. Usually the top button, and I think this case this is labeled B and this is labeled A. So you hit B and it'll start running the chronograph. To reset it, you can stop it and then you can just reset it. That's it. Boom, right? So the crown position here, hopefully I don't screw this up. You pop it out one spot. So this is where you turn it and you're going to change your time zone. So say I was on NYC and we want to go to, let's go the other way. Let's go to LAX. Say I fly out west and visit my buddies. So I just go back 3 spots, hit the crown in, and then it'll automatically adjust the time 3 hours behind NYC. So it'll keep it So boom, I'm good to go. Now I have my time. So you don't keep track of 2 different time zones on this. You just do the one, but you do it in quick reference. So it's all done with one pull from the crown, and then you turn your indicator here to what time zone you want it to be on. So if I want to put it back on my home time, very simply, just do that and you're good to go. So I'm not sure what the second position does. I think that might be, yeah, that might be for setting the alarm or something. I don't know, because this has an alarm too. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and stumble and try to figure it out, because for Citizen, typically is not as intuitive for me that like Casio is, even though I'm still working on setting this one. Now this Casio G-Shock is kind of the exception. There's a little more setting up to do on that one, so it's a little funky. It's not as intuitive as intuitive as a standard Casio is to me. But anyway, guys, this one weighs in at 104 grams, sized up, a little loose for my wrist. I pulled one extra link out. There was already one out, and I pulled another one out. It uses these really small collars, and they go just on one side. I think this side of the center part of the bracelet links. So be careful when you're sizing this. I did it very simple. I just pushed it out with this, and then I just pulled the pin out, and then make sure you don't use the collar. You're going to want some like little tweezers or something like that to put it back in. And it takes a minute, but you know, take your time. You should take your time when you're sizing any bracelet. So here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. As you can see, it definitely presents a little bit larger, being that it is darn near, 44 millimeter, but I think because of the black colorway and the busy dial, I think it just looks really good and definitely wears really good. I love the titanium feel on wrist. So big thanks to Jeff McMahon for allowing me to check this out and share it with you guys. Let's kill the lights and check the lume. Citizen uses their own little lume thing here. It's that nice cool blue color, almost like a BGW9. I'm not sure if that's what they actually use, but that's what it looks like. And it's plenty potent. It's very strong and it's pretty long lasting. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.